EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, let's go.
Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
A gain of 2.
Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Richardson looking to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Ready? 60 by 60.
Here's Richardson to throw. They set up the screen for Gibbons. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Edwards. And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fighting through the tackle at the 30. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Looking to put a drive together.
Throw. Oh,
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Here we go.
Now Stroud. Got a man. It's Collins complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
All right.
On first down, Lake. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. You look at this Colt defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. As Stroud now to throw. Working the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
What's that?
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And that's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10.
19 Texans. All right. Tony.
Here's Stroud. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple in this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
All right. 18. What's that?
Stroud working out of the gun. Able to hit his target land. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys. Because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence. Show some aggressiveness. Go pick it up.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know which team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club.
There he goes, left side. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Colts 7, Texans 3.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
South. On the quick.
They'll run on first down. Lake. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 18. What's up?
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Stroud to throw it. And this is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. CeeDee Lamb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans have regained the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something, when you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
1st and 10 at the 37.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check. Ready.
Now Richardson. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. The Colts at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
60 vices.
From the shotgun, Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready, ready.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
A gain of 2.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
This a 2nd and 8.
Get it.
ETN up the middle. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
One advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Let's go now.
Richardson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal. This from 32 yards away. Bates' kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal, because an extra point is supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they're both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st down, Lake. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Stroud looking to throw.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now a give, right side. Lake. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now 2nd and 3.
19 Texans. Here we go. 18.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. In motion comes the tight end left. Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have broken the tie. Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Texans 17. Colts 10.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And it pushes way forward to about the 32. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Let's go. Let's go.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, after that pickup of a 1st down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch them by surprise.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Another tote for ETN. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. The pile. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And this one's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Richardson looking to throw this. That is caught.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. 28 yards.
And the Colts are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Now for the point after.
The extra point.
And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece.
Ties the game at 17.
Seventeen 17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here.
And that is incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
2nd and 10.
Look hot, look hot. Now, guess what? Tony.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
18, what's that?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, south. Here we go. Let's go. 18. That's it.
Stroud out of the gun here.
From the left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 18. That's it.
The throwing again is Stroud. To the sideline and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the 1st half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
2nd and 5.
19 Texans. Here we go. 18. That's it.
Operating from the gun, Stroud. And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
All right. 18.
Looking to throw. Stroud.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Look at hot. Oh, right.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Robin. Now, protect. 18.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
18.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing again on second and 10. Stroud. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Hey, south. All right.
They'll run on first down. Blake. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Now second and 5. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
His kick is
Play after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And Taylor going to pick up the Colts first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
First and 10.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
They go play action with Richardson. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22. So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. 133 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's Richardson to throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Richardson looking to throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Straight ahead, ETN.
He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's third and goal. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Now Richardson back to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Bates' kick is good.
And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Now Stroud.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Collins. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Lamb will go in motion.
On 1st down, Lake. He'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's a give up the middle. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Now a handoff up the middle. Lake. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
And Stroud now to throw.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
The Texans on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be third and a mile.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. They'll let this go deep for Collins.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins, 49 yards.
And the Texans are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14.
34. Colts 20.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, the way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
A shotgun snap and again the ETN. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Now it's Richardson. And that almost their first INT of the ballgame. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Brings up third down. And
this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ballgame, but it winds up incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. He's got his receiver. That's Warren.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here Richardson yet again. Quick hitter here is complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now Richardson. Touchdown! De'Ami Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now the extra point.
After.
And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Texans 34, Colts 27.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up. And now on defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run on first down. Lake. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. He'll complete this one to Collins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Late. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 24. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
In motion, the tight end. Stroud to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He will push his way down to about the 14. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Up the middle they go. Lake. And he'll find his way down right around the 12.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Try to take this home. They'll run.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Richardson.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory.
1st down.
Here's 1st down.
10 at the 15-yard line.
Now Richardson.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough. But they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
37, Colts 34.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Down to a knee goes Love, and that should be the final act of this football game. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for Houston, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.